Hello and welcome to PasSpareTime. How is everyone tonight? Hi, Wendy. We are going to be searching 500 more $1 bills, looking for fancy serial numbers, star notes, older bills, whatever goodness we can find. That's what we're going to be looking for. These are from the Federal Reserve, which one of my banks orders for me. I get $2,000 from them each week. And they come in a nice brick of 1,000 $1 bills. And I got 1,500 of them left, so we need to do some searching. We need to do some searching and see what it is we can find. I originally scheduled this for 10 o'clock. I changed it up to 9:45, but I think we're going to go ahead and start a little early. So the way this works is I'm looking for, and I'll point some of those out here in a minute, but again, anything that will make a bill more valuable than $1, than face value. And if I happen to miss something and you all see it before that I've missed, and you're the first one to type it in, I will give it to you. You have to be 18 years of age or older, 13 years of age or with parental permission. And at the end of our stream, we are going to give away a silver certificate, $1, blue seal, blue letters, 1957 Series B, $1 in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. We're going to give that away. Same thing, you got to be 18 or over, 13 or over with parental permission to enter. And at the end of the 500, we'll be giving that away. And all you got to do is be here. All you got to do is be here. So let's take a look at these first 500 and see if they're all facing the same direction, because usually they're not. But it appears at least most of them are. So with no further ado, let's get started. Let's get started. Get some light down there so you can see it. What I'm going to be looking for is right here for a date printed earlier than the year 2000. I do that by looking at the signature, and I know if it's Steve Mnuchin or Janet Yellen, they're the two most recent secretaries of the Treasury. So I know I don't have to squint down at that date if it's not one of their signatures. I know some of the others, but I will peek over at the year, looking for 1995 or earlier, because all of those have a value above face value. I'm looking where that B is for an X or a Y, which would make the bill much more rare, or a star, which would make it a bill that was printed on a special run as a replacement note for damaged or misprinted bills. Or I'm looking for any combination that makes it a fancy serial number. And again, some of those are scrolling at the bottom. Dan the Man, did I get your email? I don't know. Hold on. Let me look and see if I've got your email. Let me look. I don't know. I do not see it, but I got a bunch of emails coming in. Dan, it should be no issue with it coming through at our email address, exclamation email. That ought to pop. It's not under Dan the Man. Well, I've got a bunch of emails I haven't replied to, so maybe, let's see, about that one. Not that one. Ah, Dan the Man, I do have your email. I do have it. I have received it. So you do not have to worry about it. I will get around to shipping those this week. And I do have your email claiming the your prizes. I do have it. I do have it. All right, let's get started and see what kind of goodness we can find today. First one is a dud. We usually average on a strap, and a strap is 100 $1 bills. We usually average over one star note, and a few other finds at least, but you never know. That's why it's called hunting and not necessarily finding. But we will see what we come up with. A little crooked. Let's see if I can square that up a little bit. That's better. Hello, Ron. Good to see you. You're welcome, Dan the Man. Hello, Jared Barefoot. Don't say bookend yet. I don't think I've missed a bookend already, Jared. I don't think I've missed a bookend already, surely. But if I do miss one, y'all gotta let me know. No, I haven't missed one yet. No fake claims. Hey, there's a star note right there. That's what we're looking for, amongst other things, is a note that ends with a star instead of a letter. And that means this was printed as a replacement note to make up for damaged or misprinted notes. So we go over to the star note lookup page, also known as mycurrencycollection.com is the website we're going to check. It has a star note lookup feature. This is a 2017 note. We've already got the $1 denomination in, and now we're going to key in the exact serial number, H03528158 star. All right, usually these are printed in runs of 3.2 million. We're going to look this one up and see if that's the case. Oh no, 500,000 print run. Again, usually these are printed in a run size of 3.2 million. And when you find one with a lower run size like that, 500,000, you can look down here at the heat chart, and we've moved all the way from the frozen tundra out here into the flame zone about halfway. And that means that this is not only a star note that's selling for $2 to $3 on eBay, that it is a more rare star note and may have some additional value above that. So that is a good find. When I find one of those, I put it in a protective holder so that it doesn't incur any additional damage, and I hang on to it. That is a good star note. That's a great start. You gotta love that. You gotta love it. Hello, Jesse Kruckenberg. Hello, TB. Hello, Sherry Boyd. I only keep bills if they have 4 consecutive numbers, not 3, Sherry, but it was a good call out. It was there far too long to miss. That's true. Hello, Copper Al. Good to see you, my friend. Wendy, I usually just search dollars because the premium you can get back for finding star notes and errors on $100 bills isn't as big. I do search any bill that I get, and I'll occasionally do $2, but typically for these videos I'm just doing $1 bills. All right, I think I'm caught up. Hey, Copper Al is also a content provider on YouTube of coin hunting. He did a video earlier today. I popped in for a while. He was hunting $50. I don't know if you ever... Oh, another star note and almost a low serial number. I don't know if you ended up finding anything today, Copper Al, or not, but I hope you did. When I find a star note, if you want to put that star emoji up there, I like that. It makes me happy. That is another star note, meaning it is printed as a special print run, to make up for damaged or misprinted bills. Any bill that starts with 4 zeros we consider a low serial number, but this is a semi-low serial number, especially for a star note. But let's go back over to the star note lookup page. Let's look this one up and see if it has a lower print run, 2017A. Let's key in the entire serial number again. It is a D, 0001544 star. And again, 90% of the ones you're going to look up are going to have a print run size of 3.2 million. But there are some out there with a lower print run size, like the one we just found. So let's see. Another one with 500,000. If you're new to my streams, you're going to think, hey, this is easy. This is easy. Here's the cool thing on this. 500,000 run size and only a 500,000 total print run. So this in the heat chart of total printed is very warm, and on run size also warm. And we're going to hang on to that one for sure. Another star note. The next one is another star note. You can't see that. Hold on. We're going to go back to the scope. This is the one we just found. 0001544. We've got 00015472. That's going to be the same print run as the other one with the 500,000. We don't even have to look it up. So that's back-to-back star notes that are low print run, low total run. And they are crispy, uncirculated. What a start. Holy cats. Well, let's look at the next one. Could we have another one? Because we didn't get to 3. No. But that's going to be another one that is a 500,000 print run. I'll show you. I'll look it up because it's just going to take a second. That's the wrong button. Because all we got to change is that 4 to a 2, and the 500,000, the exact same print run as the last one was printed in. What a find. 2 great finds. I'm going to say those are both worth in the neighborhood of $5 a piece, and we found them back to back. How about that? You gotta love that. Almost consecutive serial numbers, but not quite. If you get a fancy serial number or a star note with consecutive serial numbers, it does add a little value to the note. Those are close. Boy, 3 star notes out of like 15 notes. What a great, yeah, if that 2 was a 3, no kidding. Dan the Man, because they go through a print run, and when they get far enough in that they've used up all the possibilities for numbers, because there are no duplicate numbers on serial numbers on bills, at least there aren't supposed to be, although they made a mistake one time. They have to go to a second print run so they can start over on using the letters and the numbers again, so there's no duplicates. There are duplicates from different years, but not from the same print run, but that's why. Oh man, Diana, your bank may have a very adept teller that is getting to them before you. That does happen. $1,500 bills in sequence. Very cool. All right. Well, 3 star notes out of less than 20 bills. That is like the best start I have ever had, and I've searched 60,000 $1 bills. That is nuts. Let's see if we can keep it going. We had several good finds the last time we streamed, which I think was Thursday night. Been dealing with grandson's baseball, helping coach their teams the last few days. Grandson Hudson turns 14 tomorrow, and he has his first baseball game of the year. Grandson Rhett, age 11, had his first game of the year on Saturday, and they won 16-2. So Hudson's team doesn't strike me as one that is amazingly good. So if it's 16-2, I don't like our chances. We shall have to see. But maybe. Like he's going to be the starting first baseman. Oh, that's a cool note. 33-0-44-000. Now that's a trinary note. Trinary notes are notes that only have 3 numbers making up the serial number. They're typically worth about $1.50 up on eBay if they're in good shape. But this one with a pair of 3s, a pair of 4s, and 4 zeros will probably go for a little more. I don't always keep trinary notes, but that one's a fancy enough number. I am definitely going to keep that one. Gotta like that. Hello, nobody. $1? You can go to the bank and buy $1. That's where I get mine. All right, well, we're off to an unbelievable start. 9994496, close. Copper out, maybe you said, did you end up finding any silver today? There's another find. 4 2s in a row. That's considered a quad note. Any note that has 4 in a row of the same number. If they begin or end the note, I always keep them. Sometimes I'll keep the ones in the middle. But 4 2s in a row, that's a quad note. That's worth $1.50 to $2 on eBay. And we are happy to have it. Happy to have it. No handouts on this channel, nobody. You feel free to watch and enjoy and learn. But we will be giving away a silver certificate at the end. Silver certificate at the end, and all you got to do is be here, and someone's going to win it. It's a 1957. And if you find an error that I miss, and you're the first to type it in, you can win $1 that way. But no handouts. All right, boy, we're off to a smoking hot start. A birthday note too. I don't know. Did I miss a birthday note? I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Yeah, what a strap. Hello, Russell. Good to see you. DAGR, good to see you. Hello, Dana. I only keep birthday notes if they're recent enough that the person is alive, typically. Anything in the 1900s I will keep. 37293997. Hey, we've got over 100 people watching. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it very much. If you're here for the first time, please do consider subscribing. Doesn't cost you a thing, means the world to us. We are on our way to 13,000 subscribers, still a little channel. We have over 1,700 videos out there on YouTube. Jimo, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it very much, and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We have been searching coins on YouTube for over 4 years. We have been searching dollars on YouTube for the last 6 months and have quite a collection starting to build up. I've really taken a liking to it, though I would say that hunting nickels and then $50 and then dollar bills in that order are my favorites. But we do a daily short video. Ours just came out at 9:30 tonight of my best finds of the week, hunting boxes of coins. I had a penny box that I found over 47 wheat pennies in, and tonight is one of those finds. I think it's in the 1930s that I found. And we release those every single day, usually between 9:30 and 11 p.m. Central Time, so you can check those out. We try to do the format we're doing right now at least 3 times a week, where we are hunting dollar bills, looking for fancy serial numbers, older bills, and star notes. Anything that will make the bill have a nice value over face value is what I hang on to. I'm not selling these on eBay. I am going to reactivate my eBay store and probably start, because I'm getting, I got over 1,000 ones in my collection now, so I'm going to have to move some of them. Go back. What do you want me to go back to, Alo? What do you want me to go back to? Go find 8675309. Yeah, that would be a good one, Alo. What do you think I missed, Alo? 962? 962 what? You gotta give me more to go on. Gotta give me more to go on. If I missed one, I'll try to go find it and give it away. But you gotta give me a clue as to what it was. What was it? A trinary, binary, birth date note? What was it, Alo? What was it? Tell me. They ran two series numbers, Robert. So whenever they started out with the 217 print run, and when they ran out of numbers, and they didn't have enough numbers to reuse, they went ahead and did a second print run for the 217s and called it A. That's funny, Wendy. 962. Well, I don't always keep trinary notes unless they strike me as desirable. I'm looking back for anything with a 962 and I'm not seeing it. So, Alo, you're going to have to give me more info if I'm going to go back and look for it. All right, on with the search. This would be a historical birth date note, November 16th of 1570, but I don't keep those that old unless they're a historic date, and I'm not aware of that one being historic. So we shall keep searching. A future birth date note, May 24th of the year 3021. I won't be alive then, so that one's not going to help me any at all. Very cool ending, 888 and 2 9s, but the start wipes it out as any value. Alright. We've already got 3 star notes, we've got a quad note, and we got a cool trinary note thus far. Good start. Appreciate everyone being here on a Sunday night. 150 people watching. If you are here for the first time, please do consider subscribing. Helps me out tremendously. Doesn't cost you a cent. It's free on Sunday night. It's actually free every night. I typically hunt with my grandsons, Hudson and Rhett, age 14 tomorrow, Hudson. Age 11, Rhett. We hunt every Saturday at 2 p.m. hunting 5 to 10 boxes of $50, although we're on a little break right now because they're both playing fall ball. And I got coerced into helping coach both teams, so I am very busy and don't have any of that there spare time that we're named after. We are Paul's Spare Time. I am Paul. Grandson couldn't say Grandpa. He started calling me Paul, and it stuck. We have been searching coins on YouTube for over 4 years. We've got over 1,700 videos out there to watch. Could be pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollar coins, dollar bills like we're doing now. We have been searching currency in this format for the last 6 months. We have a bunch of good finds. I actually thought I might be bored doing this, but when there's enough star notes out there like that, boom! Hello, John Faraz. Good to see you. You know about the no spare time. So I just came across 16K number. $1 star note. Cool, Mike McVeigh. That is awesome. Hello, String Master. This is our fourth star note out of the first strap. That star would indicate this was printed as a replacement note. And replacement notes were printed to make up for any bills they damaged or misprinted during the print run. When we find one, we go over to something called mycurrencycollection.com. It's a star note lookup page. You key in the denomination, then the 2017A is already there. Brian Reppel or Rappel, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Paul Spare Time family. Then we key in the entire serial number, including the first letter. B, that first letter indicates the Federal Reserve Bank it came from. In this case is New York. 084 74 136. Now, I found 3 other star notes tonight. They've all been a print run size of 500,000. That is wildly unusual. Usually the print run size on a dollar star note is 3.2 million. 90% of them are 3.2 million. But let's see, can we buck the trend again? Ah, that one is 3.2 million. So that just means this star note is not more rare and doesn't contain any additional value. And I don't even know if I showed that to you. Let me go back. I may not have showed it. I may not have showed it. There it was, 3.2 million. But that doesn't hurt the value of the note any at all. It just doesn't make it more valuable. This note looks like it is in crispy, uncirculated condition. And those are going for $3 right now on eBay. Triple your money. Anytime I can double or triple my money, that makes me happy. That's where I'm looking for the star, absolutely. Hello, Sam, good to see you. A bunch of sequentials. It depends. Just for being sequentials and dollar bills, if you get a newer run, you can go to the bank and get sequentials a lot of the time. If you get sequentials on something that is worth money for another reason, like a fancy serial number, like a while ago we found these 2 star notes ending in 472 and 474. They're not sequential. Had we got 472, 474, and 473, being sequential star notes, they do carry a little bit more value, but instead of like $3 each, maybe they would be $4, $5 each. It's not a tremendous amount of more. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you. There's a birth date note. That's one of the things we're looking for right there. No, Sherry, they've been making star notes forever, at least for a long time. And they've just announced they're not going to make them anymore. They're not going to utilize the star as a notification of a replacement note. But you can find them in any year you're going to find in a hunt like this, you're going to find star notes. They also make them in every denomination. This is called a birth date note, February 22nd of 1931. So I don't know if we have any 93-year-olds watching tonight, but that is a birth date note, and I keep all of those because birth date notes in good shape, and this one's in fair shape, not good shape, are going for $10, $20 or more on eBay right now, and you certainly want to hang on to them. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have a... I'll show you some examples earlier, some more recent ones. We did find one not that long ago that's a future birth date note about 10 days from now. Thought that was pretty cool. Someone getting ready to have a baby or a grandchild maybe, a niece or a nephew. Fritz, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you. The grandsons have put a goal out there of trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I don't know if that's possible. All I can do is put out the content and see. The rest is up to you. Historical birthday note, February 10th or October 2nd of the year 1448. No additional value for that one, unfortunately. You will see there is a printing error on this note. You see that second 4, how heavily inked it is? It looks like it's in bold when all the other numbers are not in bold, and that first 5 is also bolded. That is called an over-inked number, and it is a printing error. That's not worth much over face value unless it's egregious. So I have stopped keeping them because I have so many, but some people would definitely keep that bill. Another star note. Are you kidding me? Holy smokes, is that our 5th star note? 4th star note. 4th or 5th? I think it's our 5th. What did I do with that other one? Oh, there it is. 5th star note of the hunt in the first strap. That is ridiculous. That star does indicate it was printed as a replacement note for damaged or misprinted bills. Shadow Gaming, thanks for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're going to go back to the Star Note lookup page. This is called mycurrencycollection.com. It's a site you're going to want to use if you get into this. And you definitely, y'all, you'll want to check your change. You may have a bill that's worth a lot of money. This one is a 2017 A again. It is a B again. It is a 08474 again. We have found 136 a while ago. This is 123. So this is going to be a 3.2 million, which is what 90% of them are. But this is very, very similar to the last one we found. Noah Wing, thank you for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're going to look it up, and there it is, 3.2 million. So it is in the less rare area, but it does not lower the value. And if you look, that one we just found a while ago was 08474 136. So we've got 136 and 123, only 13 apart. Maybe we'll run into some more. We've gone Star Note crazy. 5 out of the first strap. I think 10 out of one strap is my record. So it is possible. And in that one we had like 5 consecutive numbers in a row and 3 consecutive numbers in a row. But what an amazing start tonight. The strap is on fire. Each strap has 100 $1 bills in it. And we are going to search 5 straps tonight. I pick up 2 bricks, 2,000 $1 bills each week from my bank that orders them directly from the Federal Reserve. I appreciate them doing that. We've got a good relationship with them. 2526 3665. So 2s, 5s, 6s, and 3s, close to a trinary note, but not quite. So no additional value there. You got a pile of them. I got a pile of them now too. They are very findable right now, but more and more people are starting to search for fancy serial numbers. So now is the time to get in. We're going to go to our second strap, but before we do that, we are giving away at the end of our stream this silver certificate. Blue seal, blue numbers, printed in 1957 Series B, $1 in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. In this condition, it's about a $5 value, but we're going to be giving it away, very collectible to somebody that's here. We're going to open our second strap. First, I'm going to turn on my fan because it's getting a little warm in here. We had some nice cool weather the last 2 days. We've been in the 90s for a long time. And I'm going to make sure the last strap was all going in the same direction. All 5, the last time I streamed, were all going in the same direction, but a bill or two. And that is unusual. Does not happen very often, even from the Federal Reserve. So it makes it a lot nicer when they are all in the same direction. Found a couple $5 stars. Very nice, Mike. I have found a $2 star and a $100 star. I didn't keep the $100 star because it's only worth like $103, and by the time I would sell it. Deferred, thanks for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you here. There's just not a lot of profit to be made unless I was taking them to a coin show and selling them there with the overhead all baked in. So I mainly focus on the $1 bills. I do get $2 bills from the bank, but typically they come like this. Crispy uncirculated 2017 A, and I will get consecutive serial numbers and use them as giveaways, but you don't find very many circulated ones. 1915 2155. A cool number, but not what we're looking for. Again, what I am looking for, hello Silver Lining, good to see you. Hello Lansing Food, good to see you as well. $100 bill 8088808. That one I would keep, Wendy, because that's a binary and you don't find very many binary notes with only 2 numbers making up the serial number. That's a very good one. I'm looking here for the date it was printed. Anything 1995 and earlier has a value above face value enough to keep. And I can look and see if it's a web note, which we'll talk about when we find a 1995, 93, or 88. I'm looking where that A is, looking for an X or Y, because those are deeper runs that don't happen very often. They do have more value. Star notes like the 5 we've already found. And I'm looking for any fancy combination of serial numbers that will make this a more valuable bill. And if the averages hold, we will find some of these. Speaking of an older bill, 1988A. 1988A, nothing fancy about the serial number, but here's a little lesson. I'm still learning about this hobby myself, as I've only been doing this part of it for 6 months, but I've been doing coin collecting for over 4 years on YouTube. In 1995, 1993, and 1988 A series, the government printed notes using a test process where they printed the dollar bills out of sheets of, well, all of the bills, out of rolls of paper instead of sheets of paper. And the way to tell the difference is on one that's printed off of a sheet of paper, you see that 41 there, it's upside down underneath the E and 1 on the reverse of the bill. That's a printing plate number, and if the printing plate is there, it's a regular bill. It's printed off sheets of paper. But if it's up there above the E, it is a web note, and web notes have more value, very collectible. So we're going to look at the back of this 88A, and there's that 61 printing plate number where we didn't want to see it. It's printed off of a sheet of paper instead of roll of paper, but just being 1988A, that bill is a survivor, and it's going to have more value than face value. Good to see you, Lee Hale. This is a book I use. It is the standard guide to small size U.S. paper money, 1928 to date, 6th edition. And it's written by a guy named Oakes and a guy named Schwartz. And I don't make any money if you go buy one of these. I bought it from eBay, and they originally listed it like $24.99, but I got it for under $10, I know. But in this book, I can look back to a 1988A. Salah Ahmed, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to PasSpareTime family. And you can look up your older bills and get a general idea. And in here they've got both kinds. They've got the web-fed press printings. This is not a web note. This is just the regular 88A green seal. This one has an L to start. L means that it came from the next page. Came from San Francisco, and this is serial number 6675. So L to A. If this was in crispy, uncirculated condition, it'd be worth $4. It's not crispy, uncirculated, but it's in decent shape. I will hang on to it because it's probably worth $2. And just because it's an old one and it is a survivor. So always check the date that your bill was printed, because it could have value just for being old. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to have value just for being old? I think us old folks do have value. I just don't think it's, it doesn't, maybe it's not always appreciated. I don't know. I don't know. I save anything 1995 and earlier. Randy Allen G. Moore, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. And Matthew, that's just what I do. That doesn't make it right, but at 95, if they're in good shape, they start to contain a value of around $2 in crispy uncirculated. Some people keep anything under the year 2000. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's up to whatever you're doing. Another star note. Star note number 6. Boom. The star indicates this was printed as a replacement note to make up for damaged or misprinted bills. And when we find one of those, we go over to mycurrencycollection.com to their star note lookup page, and we key in the note. This is another 2017A. And we start with the letter. That's an F. That's the Federal Reserve note. That, or letter distinction. That's Atlanta. YF is for Atlanta. I don't know. 02754988 star. Now, usually star notes are printed in a run size of 3.2 million. That's what you come to expect. 90% of them are a run size of 3.2 million. The first three we found tonight, there were 500,000 though, and the lower run size, the more value it might have. Let's look. And that one is 3.2 million. We started off lucky, but that is more likely what you're going to find is a run size of 3.2 million, but we still keep it. That bill's in very nice shape. We'll hang on to it. They're going on eBay for $2 to $3 in good shape. So we definitely want to find those. Randy, you got a good collection of dollar bills? Awesome. We're starting to get a good one too. A birthday note, June 27th, 1958. Very cool. Love our birthday notes. I'll stop after one of the straps here and show you some of our best finds from the last 6 months. We do have, I've got well over 100 good birthday notes now. I've yet to find one of somebody that was watching. Boy, almost a radar note. 4600 from the front, 4610 from the back. Had that been 4600, reading the same from front to back and back to front, that's what we call a radar note or a palindrome note. That was very close. As is, the numbers on it really don't even make it collectible, although I find myself very drawn to it. Let the dollar go, Paul. Let the dollar go. Boy, that was a close one. Yeah, I keep any star notes as well, Wendy, unless they're just totally worn out, ragged. Cool, Randy. You need a June 24th of 88. Well, maybe we can find one. $20 bill from 19... Oh, nice, Lee. Definitely a keeper. I assume that one's probably got a red seal on it. Yeah, Randy, that's pretty close to a keeper. Pretty close to a keeper. I'm going to let it go. I've got so many right now, I just can't keep them all till I start selling some. I've got well over 1,000 that I've got in stacks of keepers, and I'm getting up to the having a lot of bills. That's an over ink too. I'm not keeping any additional of those right now, but that is a printing error where there's too much ink on that too, making it look bold. A lot of people would keep that. Anthony Miller, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. They just don't have a lot of value above face value, but they do have some. They do have some. They would be difficult to sell one at a time on eBay and make a profit on with the fees and the shipping. You definitely couldn't afford to insure it. That one ends in a V. I do keep any X's or Y's. I've never found a Y. V is close to a keeper. For some people, might be a keeper. All right, let's keep the goodness coming. We've already got 6 star notes out of one, just a little over one strap tonight, which is amazing. 444. If we'd had 4 4s to start, I would have kept it. I keep all my quad notes. That one didn't quite make it. Again, if you see one that is something I would normally keep and I miss, and I can go back and locate it, it's yours. I will ship it to you for free as long as you're 18 or over or 13 or over with parental permission. And I have this problem finding bookends where the first 2 and the last 2 numbers are the same. I have this tendency to miss those. I got a stack over here to ship out this week that I've missed in the last 4 streams I've done doing this. Ooh, 1s, 8s, and 0. That's a trinary note that was almost a binary note. You gotta like that. It's also a birth date note, either November 10th or October 11th of the year 1881. Had that 0 been a 1 or an 8, this would have been what's called a binary note, only having 2 numbers in the serial number, and would be worth over $20. Out of 60,000 some searched, I found about 8 of those is all. But as a cool trinary note, I will certainly hang on to that one. Eating some really good straps tonight. I think it was like four streams ago that I had a strap or 5 straps that didn't have much in it. Like 3 star notes was all, and a few like a birthday note and a couple quads. So you never know what you're going to get, but that's why we search. There's a real hunting or treasure hunt aspect to this. 2777 2709. Again, the start of a radar note, but not quite. You just never know what you're going to flip over and what it's going to be worth. And once again, just because it's something I keep or don't keep doesn't mean that's what you should do. It's what I would recommend, obviously, since it's what I'm doing. But again, I will usually tell you if it's one that I've seen other people keep on their streams or their hunts. Another overinked 3. Another star note. 2021 star note. 2021. I'm going to take a sip. $20 bill with blue seal. Cool. Yeah, you get the different colored seals. They start being worth a little money. Star note with only 160. Is that rare? It is. That's the lowest G-Boy machine. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Nicholas, you should go look it up on that mycurrencycollection.com and see how high in the heat chart it goes. But 160,000 matches the lowest total print run that I have ever seen. That matches the lowest one I have ever seen. Let's check this star note out. I'm seeing some people say bookends. Diana Ramsey, bookends, 12s. Told you I had trouble seeing these. Let's go look. Let's see if I missed one. It's certainly possible. Yeah, it's more than possible. I did miss a bookend note. Starts with 12, ends with 12. It's not in great shape, but bookend notes are keepers, and I think on my page, the first one to come in and say, hey, you missed something, is Diana Ramsey. No, Lee, we did some fishing last weekend from the dock and caught a bunch of nice catfish, but nothing since then. So Diana Ramsey, that is yours. That is yours. I'm going to put your name on it. What you have to do, Diana, is send me an email. DJAA, thanks for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Diana Ramsey. You need to send me an email, Diana, and claim that as your prize and give me your mailing address. And also confirm for me that you're over the age of 18 so I don't violate any rules or laws. And I will mail it out to you, Diana. Congratulations, she was the first one. That's how that works. If I miss something I would normally keep, and bookends are something that I would usually keep, and for some reason, I need to stop saying I'd keep them because I keep having to ship them out because I miss them so frequently. Let's see. Pagliacci's Ghost, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Give me a second. If one of my moderators haven't, there it is. There's my email, PasSpareTime@yahoo.com. It's over 3/4 of the way on the rare scale. Nicholas, yeah, hang on to that one or go sell it. You definitely want to hang on to that one. I don't know if I've seen any that far over. That is awesome. Bookends, you missed a 3 also. A 3 what, 601 CNY? A 3 what? I said bookends though first, Ron says. Hold on, Ron. Doug Stout, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Let me show you on my screen, and that's the only one I can go by that I can count. I've got right here, I've got Diana Ramsey saying bookends, Ron, right before you saying bookends. And then right before Stringsmaster said bookends. So Diana Ramsey wins based on my computer, because that's the only one that I can go by. The only one that I can go by. But you were close. You were close. Go back a few more bills. 3-3. It's got to have at least two numbers the same to be a bookend. It's got to have at least two numbers the same. Yeah, I missed one that starts with a 3, ends with a 3, but it's got to have at least two numbers that end the same to be have any value to be considered a bookend. All right, this star note. Let's go over to our star note lookup page. Go over to our star note lookup page. I got to square it up because I moved that to show you Diana being first. This is a 2021. I already said that. I just forgot. 2021. It starts with the B04976 990 star. Let's see. Most of them are 3.2 million print runs. This one is a 3.2 million print runs. It is over here in the permafrost on the heat chart. So that is not a rare star note, but it is in very good shape, and those are going for $2 to $3 on eBay. It does have an overranked 9. That'll help it sell. So I think that's our 7th star note of tonight. That's crazy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Sacktown Amy, thank you for that explanation. How much are those typically worth? That rare $20 star note, and where should I sell it at? Either a coin show, your local coin shop, or eBay is where you want to sell it. If you want to find out on the $20 bill, go to eBay and search $20 bill star note and the year. And then when it pops up, go to the bottom left on the far left, scroll all the way down and click on recent sales. And that is the best place, Nicholas, to find out what the value is in the marketplace right now. I could guess, but I would just be guessing. I just don't know. I just don't know. All right. On with the search. 7 star notes. A missed bookend. A couple quads. Consecutive serial numbers, but we don't keep those. They don't contain any extra value. August 3rd or March 8th of the year 1623. Not familiar with that being a special date. The same with March 17th of 1287. So we won't be keeping those. But usually we start getting those April 26th to 7612. When that starts happening, we'll usually run into a keeper birth date note eventually. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Do appreciate everyone being here with us on a Sunday night, all 170 plus of you. If you're here for the first time and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Doesn't cost you a thing, means the world to us. I am searching the date here for any date 1995 or earlier because that will make it worth more than face value. I'm looking where that A is for an X or a Y because those are more rare, or a star because all star notes are selling for $2 or $3 on eBay if they're in good shape, minimum. The star indicates it was printed as a special print run to make up for damaged or misprinted bills, or any fancy combination of serial numbers. And if I miss one and you're the first one to type it in like Diana was a minute ago, I'll send it to you as long as you're 18 or over or 13 or over with parental permission, because those laws are put out there to protect our children, and they're sometimes a pain, but they're good laws. They're good laws. All right, I've got about 20 some bills left in this second strap. We are going to do 4 straps tonight. I'm sorry, 5 straps tonight. 4 would be a really odd number of straps to do. That is a trinary note. 3 8s, 3 4s, and 2 5s. I don't keep all trinary notes that I find. They're going for about $1.50 on eBay right now. But by the time you pay shipping and eBay fees, I don't know if you can make any money doing that. But I'll hang on to that one since it's a trinary note, but I don't keep all trinary notes. If you're enjoying the stream, you can let YouTube know that also by hitting that thumbs up button. Helps me tremendously. If you hate it, first off, I'd recommend go somewhere else. But if you must, you can hit the thumbs down too and provide me with that feedback. We much prefer the thumbs up here. We have been doing YouTube videos on coins for over 4 years. We do a daily short video on coin hunting with my best finds of the week that comes out between 9:30 and 11 p.m. Diggin' Rob, thanks for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We have over 1,700 videos out there on mostly coin hunting, but the last 6 months there's been a lot of them on dollar bill fancy serial number searches as well. I usually hunt with my 14 and 11-year-old grandsons. They're the ones that talked me into doing this. We started this hobby, coin hunting, after I broke my leg about 4 years ago. And we couldn't do our normal stuff that we do. And we needed something with me stationary. And we found coin hunting on YouTube and said, we could do that. Let's do that. That looks like fun. So we started hunting pennies at the dining room table just for us, filling up collector's albums of all the different pennies, and it grew to nickels and then $half. And then the grandson said, you know, we ought to film our videos and do the YouTube thing. And I'm like, boy, it sounds like a lot of work. I don't know. Well, here we are 4 years later, and I was right. It is a lot of work, but both grandsons have amazing coin collections that they have put together. 1, 2, 3, 4, no 5, 6, 7, 9, 9. If one of those 9s had been a 5, that would be what we call a broken ladder, having 8 different numerals that make up numerical order, but they're not numerical order on the bill. If they weren't, that would be called a ladder. But even broken ladders are going for nice money on eBay, but that one was close but no cigar. 6 wheatbacks. Congratulations, Randy. I had a box that I found 47 last week. Pastor Tim, good to see you. Long time viewer, appreciate you being here. Pastor Tim has been here. Good to see you, my friend. Go Lions. I saw the score of the game before I came in, but I won't do a sports spoiler. But the Lions were doing okay. Let's just say that. Let's just say the Lions were doing okay. Good to have football back. Love our football. Both of the grandsons are in fantasy football leagues. Desolate, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you here. Ooh, almost a repeater. 9327, 9627. Had that been 9327, 9327, that would be a keeper. I have found surprisingly few repeaters like that, and they're going for $10, $20 or more on eBay. They're just fairly rare. All right, we have finished up our second strap of $1 bills. At the end of the hunt, which will be probably another 45 minutes or so, we are going to give away a silver certificate, Blue Seal, Blue Ink, 1957B, very collectible, $1 in silver payable to the Bear on Demand. All you have to do is be 18 or older or 13 or older with parental permission, and you have to hang around, be here at the end of the hunt, and I will have you type in exclamation GAW at that time, and the computer will pick a winner, and somebody will get that bill. These are going in at least 2 different directions. It looks like only 2 different directions. That is still a very good thing. Usually they're going in 47 million different directions. All right. See if I'm missing anything here. Randy, you can email me and send me pictures if you want. I'd be happy to provide feedback. You can type in exclamation email and you'll get my email will pop up. I may still have a moderator in here. I don't know. What about the letters are the same, like DD or TT or JJ? Only if, and I'll never find this one quickly, but let me see if I can find it quickly. I'll give you an example of when that would be worth more. In general, though, no, the two letters matching are not worth more. But in the case of this bill, they are. This is one of the better finds that I have had in the first 6 months. 1579-9751. It's called a radar note. You think of it as a palindrome. 1579 from the front, 1579 from the back. And those are going for very nice money on eBay. And in the case of this one, it starts with a B, so B1579. It ends with a B, B1579. I have not found the equivalent to this on eBay yet, so I can't price it. But I call it a super palindrome note or a super radar note. And I do believe that will make that one a lot easier to sell and will bring some extra value. I started the stream, I advertised it at 10 and then I switched it to 9:45 and I started at 9:35. All right, let's keep it going. You never know when you're going to roll over the next bill and it ends up being one of your best finds ever. I still have never found one with 7 in a row. I have found one with 6 in a row. I've never found one in numerical order as a ladder. I've never found one as a solid with 8 numbers in a row. But they're out there. Other people have. I've never found a silver certificate while hunting. Other people have. But they are out there. Oops. Help if I put the date on the screen so y'all can see it. Sorry about that. 108-177-18, 17s, 8s, and 10 keeps it from being a trinary. Upside down bills are not any more valuable. Some people would keep this. Some people would call that a low serial number. I have found that the ones that are selling on eBay start with 4 zeros as a low serial number, and if you get a low serial number, they've got a nice value to them. Some people would keep this as a low serial number. It is a trinary note also. It's only got 0s, 2s, and 1 3 on it. I will keep it for that reason, as it's almost a low serial number and it is a trinary note. So I will keep it, but very close to a low serial number. And if you find low serial numbers, they've got a really nice value. What I miss, Dana? What I miss? What I miss? Tell me, tell me. I could have. There's John Jacobs right there. John Jacobs is one of my moderators. They show up as blue in the chat. I appreciate them. They help me keep the stream running, keep it family friendly. I missed a trinary. I could have missed another trinary. I don't keep all trinaries, Dana. So unless it's special, I don't keep them. So there may be some trinaries that I go by that I just don't keep. I only keep one if it strikes my fancy. I do usually try to call them out, but I don't keep all trinary notes. They're worth about $1.50 on eBay, and it'd have to be in really great shape to possibly make any money selling them that way. $087-0087-0280, kind of a cool serial number, but not one I'm going to keep. I will try to keep up with the chat while I'm hunting. Yeah, John Jacob just knew he had to pop in. I know Elizabeth was in here earlier, Elizabeth Flood. She's from the UK, and a lot of times she'll make these later ones when no one else does, but I still think it's her middle of the morning. I've never found mismatched serial numbers, Kay Wilson, and one thing I haven't talked to you about is the serial numbers here. It's also over here. They should match. Occasionally, supposedly, I've never found one, they won't match, and if you found mismatched serial numbers, you've got an error that's worth some money. So as I'm flipping through those, I am glancing down and checking that as well. I'm also checking this green seal to make sure it's fairly well centered in the middle of the E. I've seen them as high as into the Washington, D.C. There are about 20 different things you can look for in a dollar bill. Also, as I flip through these, I'm looking at the reverse to make sure there's not a bleed through error or something weird going on that might be worth some extra money. So there are plenty to look at. That's why most people will not do live dollar bill fancy serial number hunts. Because it's not the easiest thing in the world to do when you're sitting in a room by yourself quiet, just trying to figure out numbers. Boy, 3588, 3511, very close to a radar again, but not. And I still do miss some. My grandsons have been doing the coins for 4 years. They're just learning the dollar bill fancy serial number hunt. The last stream I did, which I think was Friday night, grandson Hudson searched a couple of straps. The good thing for you all, when one of the grandsons hunts them instead of me on these streams, 4/6s, that's a keeper, is they'll have a tendency to maybe miss a few more things than I will. That squad, it's not in great shape, but any bill that has at least 4 of the same number in a row, especially the start or end the serial number, I will hang on to. And that one's a quad note, so I will hang on to that one. Yeah, I hope I find one of these days, but it just hasn't happened yet. And the day I find a silver certificate in one of these is the day I'll probably pass out. You have to wait for me to come to finish the stream. Or if I ever find a ladder or a solid, that is going to make me very, very happy. Zero 00909-049, that is another trinary note. Only zeros, nines, and a 4. That one's pretty folded up and got bin marks in it and doesn't strike me as real fancy, so I'm not going to keep that one. Some people would keep that one. That was worth $1.25 to $1.50 on eBay because it's not in great shape. We can find, there's another trinary note. That one does strike me as fancy. 0077-9709. 0, 7s, and 9s. 7s, 8s, and 0s are the most sought after numbers by collectors. Since it has a lot of 7s and 0s on it, I am going to keep it as a trinary note. Not a lot of value there, about $1.50, but I am going to hang on to it. I like it. You can send it to me, I know. 007, that's what I want to find, Sacktown Amy. I want to find a 007 bill. There's a bookend. Oh, and so close to a radar. 3393, 3392. Cool note. It is a bookend, and I actually saw it, which is amazing. Starts with 3s, ends with 3s. We do hang on to bookends, though I usually miss them and have to give them away. But I saw that one. Because 4 streams ago I was feeling bad. I found a bunch of bookends and I actually saw them and I wasn't missing any. So I pretended to miss one, told everyone I'm going to miss this one. First one in gets it. And then I started missing a bunch after that. So I should have just let it be. We do have 283 people currently in the stream. Thank you all for joining us on a Sunday night. That is awesome. We appreciate it. If you're here for the first time and you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It helps me out tremendously, and it doesn't cost you a thing. What I'm looking for is I'm searching $501 bills that my bank ordered from the Federal Reserve for me. I'm looking at the date down here, and I cheat by looking at the signature because I know Stephen Mnuchin and Janet Yellen are the last 2 Secretaries of Treasury, so I don't have to peek at that date. That's harder for me to see. I'm looking where that A is for an X or a Y because those are more rare notes. I'm also looking for a bill that ends in a star. We found 7 of those tonight. Those are bills that are printed as replacement notes to make up for damaged or misprinted bills. And they're going for $2 to $3 in good shape on eBay right now. or I'm looking for a fancy combination of serial numbers. Lady Braven, good to see you. Good to see you. So Can had a video earlier, another one of our friends. He's got a auction coming up tomorrow night. I've got Hudson's first baseball game tomorrow night of the fall season, so I won't be able to make that one unless I pop in really late, and that's possible. And tomorrow is Hudson's 14th birthday. Oldest grandson turning 14 tomorrow. And the scary part is he can get his learner's permit to drive in Arkansas. He's got his book, he's studying, and he wants me to teach him how to drive. And gotta tell you, that's a little frightening. A little bit frightening. The roads in Arkansas, I don't know, insurance rates could be going up. There is just no telling. So I need to go find a cow pasture, I think, and let him drive in a cow. Anyone with a large cow pasture, they don't mind if we drive in. Maybe that would be the place for him to learn how to do it, instead of the busy roads of northwest Arkansas. And our roads aren't busy like a lot of yours are, but for our little area, we're pretty busy. Okay, 2829. We're coming to the end of strap 3. We got 5 straps we're going to do tonight in total. And then we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the stream. If you're still here, we're going to give away a silver certificate. There's another older bill. There's another older bill right there. That is even older than my 88. So I don't have to check this one for the web note, because that is not a year they did a web note, but that's 1985, and that makes it a survivor. I guess the average life expectancy for a dollar bill is 8 years, and that one's also a lot older. It is also a trinary. No, 9 6s, 5s, and 1. Not a trinary, almost a trinary. I've got this book. It's called The Standard Guide to Small Size U.S. Paper Money, 1928 to date, written by a guy named Oakes and a guy named Schwartz. 6th edition, cost me under $10 on eBay. And when you find an older one, unlike coins, currency's harder to find values of, or at least estimated values, but I can go back and look at a 1985 bill in here. Peaches Frandl, thank you for subscribing, and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. 1985, green seal. It starts with an L, which means it came from San Francisco, and it's a high serial number, 9699. San Francisco's down here, and the 96s to the, there was 2 billion of these printed in crispy uncirculated shape. It's worth $4. This is not crispy uncirculated, and that's the only value it is listing. But my guess would be that would be worth between $2 and $3. So I will hang on to it, because it does have value above face value. Brandon King, thanks for subscribing, and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you here. Power of the Schwartz, there you go. I don't have my glasses on. I thought, nah, hey, I don't have my glasses on either, and the eyes aren't what they used to. I got to be real careful. August 17th, 1996, $2009 bill. That's a nice birthday note, Randy. I will show you at the end of the strap some of my best finds. eBay is about the best place to try to sell it, but don't forget about the fees and the shipping. I mean, you can go to a coin show or your local coin shop, and you might be able to sell them. There's definitely going to be other product there. You're going to get the biggest return, most likely, on a basic one, like a basic star note on eBay, than you are at a coin show. But you do have the fees and the shipping that you don't have at a coin show. All right, we're almost done with strap 3. The hardest thing for, probably the hardest thing for you to see is everything with me having the camera that high. Sorry about that. My bad. My bad. Hardest thing for me to see is the date. That's why I cheat and try to look at the signature. And if I don't recognize the signature, then I'll look at the date. Billy, thank you. Billy the Kid, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you. Last one. All right. With not near as many star notes since that first strap that was crazy. We have completed 3 of the straps. At the end of our 5th strap, we're giving this away. Silver certificate from 1957, $1 in silver, payable to the Bear on Demand, 1957 B series. Let me go through with you some of my best finds from the last 6 months. Grandfather's starting to get into collecting coins and money in general. You know, we started with pennies because pennies are $25 a box. You go get a box from the bank. There's 50 rolls of 50 cents of pennies in them. There's a ton of things to find. You can find Indian head pennies. You might get really extremely lucky, find a 1909 SVDB that's worth $1,000, or there are some very valuable coins, and it's only $25 a box. So if you're keeping 10 or 20 pennies a box, you take the rest back to a different bank and you add 20 cents, you get another box. Also would recommend always check your change on currency and on dollars. I have gotten star notes and change twice in the last 6 months, and a buffalo nickel and change. We upgraded to hunting nickels. A nickel box is $100 from the bank. There's 50 rolls of $2 of nickels. We average finding 1/2 of a buffalo nickel in every box we search. I love buffalo nickels, one of my very favorite coins. We also find silver war nickels, 1945, 44, 43, and part of 42. They're made of 35% silver. You can also find Liberty V nickels. So I'd recommend starting with some of the lower denominations, searching them, because the hardest part's taking them back to the bank and getting them from the bank. I already showed this one earlier, but this is one of my very best finds, 15799751. It's what we call a radar or a palindrome. Reads the same front to back and back to front. This one also has 2 B's, so it's B1579, B1579, and that has a nice value above face value. This is a low serial number, starting with 4 zeros and then 2610. If you could start one with 7 zeros and get a single digit, you've got something worth quite a bit of money, but low serial number bills are highly collectible. This is one of those notes I said I was looking for that ends in an X. Hard Hat, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Reminds me of the Huff and Puff slot machine. Hard hats, looking for hard hats. My understanding is the L is the letter from that matches over here is the Federal Reserve Bank that the notes went to. All notes are printed in either Washington, D.C. or in Fort Worth, Texas. The second letter is how many runs they have done, how many print runs they've done on the bills. They change it every time, A to B to C to D to E to F. I understand they don't use O, and I think there's another letter they don't use, but X is the highest letter I have found. Rumor has it that back in the early 60s, I think, there were some Y's, but I've never found one. But these are more rare and do have a value over face value. Here's a good birth date note. April 22nd of the year 2021. Now, I doubt if we have any 3-year-olds watching our stream right now either, but a grandchild or a child or a niece or nephew is certainly possible. And birth date notes, and this one is crispy, crispy, crispy. Very nice shape. These are going for $10, $20 or even more on eBay. A real phenomena that people are wanting to have their birth date memorialized on a $1 serial number. This is called a binary note. Only 2 numbers making up the serial number, 533 and 5 5s in a row. The 5 5s in a row makes it have value, but the fact it only has 2 numbers making up the serial number as a binary note, that bill is worth over $20 on eBay right now. And if you look at this one, here's another one. And just to show that these aren't the same, look how similar they are. This one's 53553355. Fives, threes, and fives. Two of the binary notes I found, and again, a value over $20. 5 threes in a row with a leading 3 as well. So 6 threes on the bill. That has a value over face value. 5 ones to start the bill with an ending 1. So 6 ones on the bill. 5 consecutive. That has a nice value. 5 twos in a row. This was my first binary note I ever found. Only 2 numbers making up the serial number. I call it my Hawaii 5-0 bill. 50, 50, 50, 0, 0. And if you look at the last 0, it's raised a little out of alignment with the rest of the numbers on the serial number. We call that a gas pump note or an odometer note. It does add a little value. In this case, being a binary note, this is worth over $20 with the 50, 50, 50. Could be worth a little more. It starts out just as your typical star note, worth $2 to $3. But if you look, 0176, 0176, that's a repeater star note. I'm seeing those go $10, $20 or more on eBay. So a very good find, and the only repeater star note I've ever found. Favorite thing in my collection, I'll show you. I'll show you here in just a second. We're coming up to it. 5 sevens to start the bill. Again, 7s, 8s, and 0s are the most sought after numbers. 7s being considered lucky in U.S. culture. 8s being considered fortunate in Asian culture. And 0s just because. So nice one there. Kango 15, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you. This bill is certainly cool. First off, it's a 1963 series, and so am I. It's a 63B series. But the thing that makes this special, there's nothing fancy about the serial number, but Joseph W. Barr signed this note as the Secretary of Treasury, and tragically, Joseph W. Barr died after only 28 days in office as Secretary of Treasury. So his name ended up being on very few bills. And if you find one, it's called a Barr note, and they have value above face value you want to hang on to. London, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We're glad to have you. Chugo, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. I know that our CloudBot doesn't catch each and every subscriber. I'm sorry about that. We do appreciate all of you that have subscribed and the 300 people that are watching right now. Red seal note, if you get a red seal note, those are going to be older, and it just depends on the condition and what it is. Condition and rarity drives value totally. Some of the red seal notes are in that book I've got over there, some are not. I really love this note. This is a trinary note. It's only got three different numbers in it. 3s, 9s, and 5s. It's got the 5 5s in a row, which makes it have additional value. If you look at that first 5, it is a printing error. It is over inked. It has more ink on it than the other 5s. If you look at that 3 is raised out of alignment with the rest of the serial number, called an odometer or a gas pump note. So this bill's just got all sorts of stuff going for it. I find it to be very cool. Yeah, red seals are usually going to be, I think, 1920s. So if they're in good shape from 1920s being that old, they're going to have a nice value to them. This bill is a 1995. And you remember how I told you earlier on the bill is usually if you flip it over, the printing plate number, that 136, is going to be below the E in 1. But in 1995, 1993, and 1988 A series, they printed some bills. It's called the web note printing process off of rolls of paper instead of sheets of paper. And when you flip it over to look for that printing plate number, if it's not there, like that one's not there, and instead it's up there, see that 9 above the E? That means that bill was printed using the web note process, and that bill is carrying a very nice value. Red Raider, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. All right, what do we got here? Another birthday note? No, not a birthday note. Oh, do you know what that is? That's called a broken ladder. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No numbers repeating, but they're not in numerical order on the bill. If they were in numerical order, that would be called a ladder. But when there's 8 non-repeating numbers that make up numerical order, that's called a broken ladder, and those are going for $10 and up on eBay. This is probably what I think my best find is. Isaiah, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family, but it's hard to say. This is the only bill I've ever found with 6 numbers repeating. 6 4s in a row. Now, grandson Hudson found one with 6 8s in a row not long after I found that, and that's the only 2 we found out of over 60,000 bills searched. So I really like that bill with the 6 4s in a row. 5 8s in a row to start the serial number. 8s being more sought after by collectors, so that's a nice value. This one is collectible for 2 reasons. It's a birth date note. May 20th of 1957. So let's see, 43 and 24 is 67. Somebody that turned 67 in May, you could be watching tonight. If so, I've got your birth date note. This is also collectible for a not so happy reason. It's called a headstone note. Born in 1957, deceased in the year 2005. These are also collectible for that reason. Just a few more left. This is just an older note, 1969B, and because it's older, it's worth a few dollars, so I hung on to it. There's another repeater, but not a star note, B1557, 1557B. And the last one, I believe, is just an older note, and it is a 1977. Raul, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We have 2 straps of $100 bills, $1 bills, 2 straps of $100 bills left. But before we do that, I'm going to take a very quick break. And since I'm going on break, you're going to benefit. While I'm on break, we're going to give away 2 crispy, uncirculated $2 bills. That one is serial number 597A. That one is 596A. So those 2 bills are consecutive serial number, crispy uncirculated. And I'm going to start a little giveaway here. You do have to be 18 years of age or older, or 13 or older with parental permission. And the way you enter is you enter exclamation GAW, exclamation GAW. And I will let, when I get back, you've got 3 minutes to enter, I will let the computer pick us a winner. So make sure you get entered. John Jacobs, you're in charge till I get back, or one of the moderators. Copper out. All right, I am back. Let's see how much time is left in our giveaway. Justin, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We got 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left to enter. Exclamation GAW, 18 years of age or older, 13 or older with parental permission so that we stay on the good side of the law and the YouTubes. And we will see who's going to win this. 2 consecutive serial numbers, crispy, uncirculated $2 bills. If you're not familiar with the current $2 bill, the reverse is gorgeous. It's a depiction of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. One of my favorite designs on any bill or coin. All right, how much time's left? 8 seconds, hurry! Hurry, 8 seconds, exclamation GAW, exclamation GAW. All right, good luck all. The winner is Sacktown Amy. Congratulations, Sacktown Amy. I know you know the drill, but for the sake of everyone, if you win on my channel, what you have to do is send me an email claiming your prize and give me your mailing address so I can send your goodies to you. And Sacktown Amy, that's yours. Congrats, Sacktown Amy. Congratulations. 200 people watching, 36 people entered. I don't understand. Don't like my $2 bills? Hey, it's $4 even if you don't collect. I don't know. Let's see. What do we got going here? We have had over 13,000 viewers tonight. Thank you all for that. I appreciate it greatly. Federal Reserve. That's how you know if they're Federal Reserve straps or if they're teller straps. If they're Federal Reserve straps, it will say Federal Reserve strap 100 ones. Otherwise, it'll have a stamp on it from the bank it came from, and then as they get deposits in, they will, as their drawer starts to fill up, they will put together straps of 100. I do have a second bank I get ones from sometimes, and those are teller straps because they're a bigger bank with a little more volume. And I have not really found a difference in which are better to search. I found had a great 500 three streams ago that were teller straps, and tonight's been really good as Federal Reserve straps. So you never know. You never know. Dinah Ramsey, I haven't checked email while I've been streaming, but I'll check. I did, Diana. I got your email. Thank you very much. It is here. All right. So what we're doing here. You dropped it, Wendy. We are looking at the date this bill was printed, and anything 1995 or earlier is one I'm going to hang on to because it's going to be worth more than face value. Condition and rarity drive value, and there aren't a lot of older bills still in circulation, so you find older ones, they have value. I'm looking where that A is. I'm looking for an X or a Y, which are more rare. And I'm looking for a star, which means it was printed as a replacement note to make up for damaged or misprinted bills. I think we had 5 or 6 star notes in our first strap tonight. And then since then, we have only maybe found 1. So you never know. David Bobo, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Or I'm looking for any fancy combination of serial numbers, some of which are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And if I see one or one that's almost one, I will point it out. And if I miss one, and the ones I tend to miss are like this. This is called a bookend note that I found a while ago. Starts with 33, ends with 33. It was almost a radar note. If it was 339 and ended in 339, that would be even a better bookend. But if we find one of those or anything that I would normally keep, if I miss it, and you're the first one to type it into the chat, and I can relocate it, you win it. The Real Machado, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. All right, almost a broken ladder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but a 1. That needed to be a 2. That would have been a broken ladder, and that would have been cool and worth quite a bit more than face value. Do appreciate everyone joining us this evening. Got around 200 people watching right now. Thank you. We have been searching coins on YouTube for over 4 years. We've been searching dollar bills for fancy serial numbers for the last 6 months as well. We put a daily short video out of my best finds of the week, hunting through boxes of pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars. And those short videos come out between 9:30 and 11 p.m. Central Time. A short investment of time, and you can keep up with the goodness that I'm finding. We do have over 1,700 videos on YouTube for you all to watch on coin hunting if you're so inclined. I wouldn't try to do it all in one night. That'd be a lot of watching. But if you're here for the first time or the 15th time and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It does help us out tremendously, and it doesn't cost you a thing. Free every Sunday night. There's a star note. It's actually free every night. And my grandsons have set a goal of 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm going to have to hustle to get there. I don't even know if it's possible. That star would indicate this is printed as a replacement note to make up for damaged or misprinted bills when they were printing them back in 2017. And star notes are highly collectible right now, and if you happen to find a star that's over inked and filled in, they're quite valuable. When we find a star note, we go to a mycurrencycollection.com, the webpage mycurrencycollection.com, and we have a star note lookup there. You put in the denomination, which is already locked in there as a 1, though you can find star notes in any denomination. This is a 2017 series. Then we enter in the entire serial number. This one begins with an L, that's the Federal Reserve letter. L comes from San Francisco, 103-55961, and the star has to be there as well. Star notes are usually printed in a run size of 3.2 million. 90% of them you look up are going to be 3.2 million. But if you find one with a lower run size, the lower the better. It could increase the value. Let's see. That one's a little lower. 1,920,000. Blake Winburn, thank you for subscribing and welcome to the PasSpareTime family. So this is lower than the 3.2 million. However, if we look at the run size down here, it's still on the heat chart, is all the way over here, just barely off of the edge of the permafrost. So that's not a very rare star note, but that doesn't kill the value of the star note. It just doesn't increase it any. That bill would sell all day long for $2 on eBay, maybe a little more. They usually go from 2 to 3 if they're in great shape. That one's not quite in great shape. So we hang on to all of our star notes. The oldest note I have found, yeah, if you find a filled star, you're in good shape. Thank you, Wise One, for being here. Toby, got to work in the morning. All right, Randy, have a good night's sleep. The oldest one I have found is a 1963 B series. That's the oldest one I have found doing this. The oldest bill I own would be a $1 horse blanket bill from, I think, the early 1920s. Is the oldest one I own. A lot of people would keep this. That 4 is a printing error. It is over inked, and we want that star to be over inked on a star note. But this really doesn't add a lot of value to them right now. And by the time you pay fees and shipping on eBay, you're not going to make any money. George Vamos, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. So I'm currently not keeping any additional over inked bills. Irish Joshua O'Malley just subscribed. Thank you, Irish Joshua O'Malley. It certainly sounds Irish. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. We are in our 4th strap of $1 bills. We are doing 5 straps tonight, so we've got about 200 bills left to search. If I miss something and you see it before anyone else and type it into the chat and I can go back and locate it, it's yours. I'll send it to you. You do have to be 18 or older or 13 or older with parental permission, because I can't just go shipping stuff to children. Very good law. Kimberly Cruz, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. It's great to have you here as part of the family. I do hunt with my grandsons on weekends. We're on a little break right now because they're both playing Little League Baseball this fall, and I got coerced into helping coach both teams. I guess that's better than last year when I was the head coach of one of the teams and very busy. But we're too busy playing baseball on Saturdays, but we usually stream at 2 p.m. live on Saturdays in the full screen format. We hunt 5 to 10 boxes of $half. Another star note. Boom! And here's something you don't know. Well, a lot of you know, but not all of you know. Once a month on Saturdays, because our major goal in doing this is to introduce more people to this great hobby of coin and currency collecting. So once a month on Saturdays, and still instead of taking donators, people will pay us money to search 2 boxes for them or more, and we will give them some guaranteed prizes, and they get to keep everything they find. Once a month, though, instead of doing that, we have a wait list where we're trying to encourage more kiddos to get involved in this hobby. So if you have a youth, child, grandchild, niece or nephew, age 18 or under, and you would volunteer to watch the stream with them on a Saturday that starts at 2, we give away all our box hunts once a month, and we hunt a box for you all and your youth, age 18 or younger. And not only do you get to keep all the finds from that box, which could be silver, like the last box I hunted, I found this, a 1967 40% silver, $half, worth over $5 right now. We also will give them a collector's kit named after one of my grandsons, either the Hudson or Reds collector's kit with older collectible coins in it. We'll also give them a Walking Liberty 90% $half, worth over $12 now, and a silver certificate. And again, we do that once a month. We usually hunt 6 to 8 boxes for different adult youth combinations. And the way you sign up is by sending me an email saying, hey, my name's Wendy, and my daughter Kimberly and I, she's age 13, would love to get in on this free youth hunt. And would you put us on the wait list? And I'll send you an email back, and I'll put you on the wait list, and we will do a hunt for you. I guarantee you, nobody else is doing that. All right. We've got this 2017 A-Series Star Note. We're going to go back to mycurrencycollection.com, and we're going to key in the 2017 A. We're going to key in the entire serial number. This one starts with a G, which is Chicago. 10009088 star. Usually 3.2 million. Let's see. Ooh, 1.28 million. And again, 90% of the ones you look up are going to be a 3.2 million run size. This one's only a 1.28 million run size. And if you look at the heat chart down here, it's still in the white, but it is moved a little bit to the right. So when I find one like that that is a little more rare, I will put it in a protective cover. And then when I go to sell it, I will know it's a little more rare, or if I keep it in my collection, and that it might be worth just a little bit more than the $3 that crispy uncirculated bill would bring on eBay right now. So that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, a Fujio cent would be awesome to have. Don't have one of those. Most people don't have one of those, but it would be cool to have. John Jacobs probably has one. John Jacobs knows more about coins. He's forgot more about coins than I have ever known. All right, we got another keeper here. It's an oldie, 1977. Nothing fancy about the serial number, but it's an oldie. It's a survivor, and just because it's an old survivor, I am going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Boy, we've had some good coins tonight. Where I get the straps from is, and I don't have the, maybe I've got it in here. Let me look real quick. I do. I buy them from Amazon.com. I don't make anything if you go buy it there, but these are the ones I buy. It's brand BCW. It's a deluxe currency regular bill holder, and it's a 50 pack. And those are the ones that I buy. Protect the bills and keeps the bad sunlight off of them, or any kind of light off of them, to keep them in good shape. But I just buy those off of Amazon, and I'm in my last 50, so it's probably time to buy some more. All right. Wendy, that's funny. Small world deal there. Because we live in Northwest Arkansas, Wendy. We live in Northwest Arkansas. Simzer, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. Upside down bill doesn't pay any more value. It's got to take some time to flip it over. I'm sorry for anyone I have missed in the chat. Pastor Tim, thank you for being here. It was so great to see you, my friend. You guys might have to make the long road trip, come see me again. Hello, TJ Allen. I wish the upside down ones were worth more, Eric, because most of them seem to come that way. Hello, Kim Bonenfant. Repeat, please. What would you like for me to repeat? You stay around here long enough, I probably will repeat it. But if there's something specific I said you want to hear again, let me know, and I would be glad to cover it with you. All right. I keep trying to make that one into something, but it's just not. 88,222, good start, lousy finish. July 5th or May 7th of the year 5410. I'm not going to make it that long, so we're not going to hang on to that one. 8753, 8716, 37 more bills. That would have been an 8753, 8753, and we would certainly keep that one. December 4th or April 12th of the year 2525, almost a keeper. Yeah, Springdale is not a little town anymore. We live in Bella Vista. It had 6,000 people when we moved here. It's got 30,000 plus now. The Northwest Arkansas area has exploded. Lots going on. MC, well, thanks for being here. If we can answer any questions, let us know. We've been hunting dollars, looking for fancy serial number and star notes for the last 6 months. I'm looking here for a date 1995 or earlier when the bill was printed. Where that A is, I'm looking for an X or a Y or a star. X's and Y's are more rare. A star is a replacement note, or a fancy combination of serial numbers like this one. It would be December 4th of the year 2525. If that was the year 2025, I would keep it. But it's too far in the future, so I'm not going to keep it. We have found several star notes tonight, bookends, quads, a little bit of everything. Older bills, found a 1977, a 1985, first 85 I've ever found, I think. Some trinary notes, only having 3 different numbers make up the serial number. Some that have been very close to binary notes with only 2 making up the serial number. 18314, so it's 18 from the back, 1884, 1831. Close to a radar note, but not quite. This is an air note. I don't keep them because I've got too many, but see that 7 is wildly over inked. Somebody got really carried away and over inked that 7. And a lot of people keep all these. I just have so many right now that I'm not going to keep anymore until I start selling some. Best finds are on 50s and 100s. It does get expensive collecting, MC. I don't keep the 50s and 100s. They'd have to be a wild, crazy note for me to keep one. Just too much money to hang on to. If I miss you in chat, I'm sorry. It's a physical limitation of searching and talking at the same time. Oh, we found a lot of broken ladders. Love broken ladders. Binary notes, birth date notes, radars, repeaters. I haven't found 7 of a kind or a solid, and I haven't found a ladder note yet. Just about everything else we have found. We found web notes, we have found bar notes, signed by Mr. Barr, who was only in office for 28 days before tragically passing away, making them more rare. There's a bookend. Sorry, that's going to disappoint a lot of people that I did not miss that. It is a bookend, starts with 03, ends with 03. They don't have a lot of value over face value, maybe $1.50, but they do have a value over face value. So I hang on to them, and I miss a lot of them. I missed a previous bookend, 9090. Could be String Master. I'll look. I have this tendency. I've got bookend blindness. And I think it's because I usually don't keep these for myself. But you're right. You're right, String Master, but I think there's somebody got it before you did. I am seeing Tasman. MC, I'll have somebody post my email. You can type in !email and see my email. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I see. And I am seeing Tasman right here that said bookend, right before Strings Master said that's a bookend. So Tasman 6335, that's yours. That is yours because you were the first to identify it and I missed it. Tasman, is this the Tasman? I don't know if it's the Tasman that I sat next to at the coin show one time, but it might be. If it is, I know Tasman. But Tasman, what you need to do is send me an email, and one of the mods will punch my email in, or you can type !email, and you can, it'll pop it up for you. Send me an email, claim your prize, give me your mailing address so I can mail it to you, and confirm for me that you're over the age of 18 so I stay out of jail. And Tasman, that one's yours. And here's all my mailing for this week. That's all of the bookends I've missed in like the last 5 strings. Tell you, I've got to get over that. And I did find this one, that 0303, so that's a good thing. All right, where am I? Well, thank you, Strings Master. You were close to winning it. You were close to winning it. January 28th of the year 1797. Something memorable could have happened in 1797. I'm just not aware of it. It's kind of a self-punishment deal when I miss one that I give it away. And it gives you all a little incentive to hunt along with me. We're almost to the end of the 4th strap. We have 1 strap remaining, 3288, 4838. Kind of cool, but nothing valuable. Hope everyone has had a good weekend. We had a little cooler weekend. It was nice. We spent a lot of time at the baseball park this weekend, though. And we went to Hudson's early birthday party tonight. A little cake and homemade ice cream. It was a great night. Just a couple left. That's a keeper. A quad, 4 2s in a row, an extra 2 to boot, and a couple 8s. It's also a trinary with 2s, 8s, and 6s. I will keep it mainly because it's a quad, and a quad ends the serial number, and when the quad ends or begins the serial number, 4 of a kind or more, they have a little better value, so I shall hang on to that. Johnny Murray, thank you for subscribing, and welcome to PasSpareTime. We are glad to have you. All right. That is the end of strap number 4. The end of strap number 4. Going to our last strap of the night. And we will have a giveaway at the end of this strap. I guess some of those I showed you weren't all missing bookends. Some of them were giveaways from end of stream. The difference in the series of the bill is, and John Jacobs can correct me, but my understanding is, like they don't, not all dates are on bills. Like the most recent date that is on any bill is 2021. So if they keep printing 2021s and keep printing 2021s and keep printing 2021s, they eventually run out of serial number and number combinations. So then if they decide they don't want to really do a 2024 print run, they will do a 2021 Series A, Series B, whatever. And then they can start reusing serial numbers and letters because it has a different year on it. Otherwise, there is not supposed to be any two bills that have the same serial number, although there was an error made in 2013 on Star Notes where Fort Worth, Texas and Washington, D.C. accidentally printed some Star Notes with the exact same serial number. And you can tell the difference because, like, if you see that FW there, that means it was printed in Fort Worth. Any other combination of letters there means it was printed in Washington, D.C. And you can tell which is which, and if you happen to come up with both of them, which is highly unlikely, although there is a website out there that's the Star Note Project, and you can go register any of your finds from 2013, starting with the letter B, that have a duplicate serial number out there, and you can see if anyone has found the matching twin sister. And if you do, you can hook up with them, and you can auction your bill off. Your two bills off, if they're in decent shape, you're going to make over $1,000, and that will be nice. Bloody 3 years, I'm looking for several things. Some of them are scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but I'm looking right here at the date. I'm looking for any bill printed 1995 or earlier. I'm looking where that A is, and looking specifically for an X or a Y. I've never found a Y. I found a few X's because that's a deeper print run, and those are more rare. I'm also looking for a star there, like that one right there, because the star indicates it was printed as a replacement note to make up for damaged or misprinted bills. And Star Notes have become very collectible, and they're going for $2 or $3 on eBay. Or I'm looking for any fancy combination of serial numbers in here that would drive the value up above face value. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Those were consecutive serial numbers, but consecutive serial numbers aren't specifically worth more unless there's something fancy about them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Had that 8 been a 7, that would have been a broken ladder, and we would like that because those are worth quite a bit over face value. As was, it was a near miss. What are we going to find in this last strap? Our first strap tonight was unbelievable. The next three have been mediocre. Not bad, but mediocre. 2, 2, 2, 3. There's an over-inked 5. Again, a lot of people would keep that. I've got too many. I'm not keeping anymore, but that one is very, very over-inked. They have a little value above face value. 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, 8, 5, 5. 2s, 3s, 5s, 8s. Too many numbers. Cool, but not one we're looking for. There's a star note. Starts with a B, but it's a 2017 A series. Again, that star means it was printed as a replacement note to make up for damaged or misprinted notes. We're going to go to the Star Note lookup page. If you want to use this, it is called bycurrencycollection.com. And when you go here, you key in the denomination, you key in the year and series number, 2017 A. is correct, then you key in the entire serial number, including the first letter, 8370889. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. B03528250 star. Usually these are printed run size of 3.2 million, but we, as a matter of fact, 90% of them are 3.2 million. But we always look to see if one's a little smaller run size. Boom! Only 640,000 run size on this one. And if you look at the heat chart down here, we have moved out of the white permafrost less rare zone into a little bit of flame going on there. Now there were still 7 million printed, so that's quite a few. But since this one only has 640,000 printed and it is crispy, uncirculated looking, there's a chance this could be worth more than just the $3 you could get off of eBay for it right now. So I hang on to all my star notes, but when they have a low run size, I put them in a protective sleeve, and I put them in a special place in my collection so I know where they are, and that one qualifies. So that is a good find. 1975 No S proof dime is going up for sale. Ouch, that'd be a nice one. There's 100 $1 bills in a strap, so Byerly, you should never pay more than $100. And most banks will sell you at least a strap of dollar bills. They may require you to have a business account, but usually that doesn't cost anything extra. At least it doesn't where I've created my business accounts. And I buy 2,000 bricks of 1,000 every week. One bank orders me 2,000 from the Federal Reserve, and then I take them back to another bank. But the funny thing is, unlike coins sometimes, everyone I've been taking $1 bills back to are happy because they don't have to buy them off of Loomis, and they do pay a premium to Loomis for their dollar bills because Loomis has to make money delivering them. It watermarks over my face in this view. I might have to change that. Jeff S., thank you for that. 5 times, that's true, ultra meticulous. Boom, I'll take it. Keep looking, Jeff. They're out there, my friend. They are out there. My face is 40%. All right, well, I will check that out on the replay and see if I can move some stuff around. Thanks for letting me know. You can't see all my gray hair and gray beard that way. Another star note. Another star note. Boom. Printed as a replacement note. Back to the star note lookup page. Can we find another low print run? Probably not, but we can try. This one is a 2017, not the A series. So we're going to key in that entire serial number. We're going to start with the H, 006 25072 star. Looking for something below 3.2 million. Ah, that's what I've come to expect. Again, 90% of them are going to be 3.2 million. It doesn't hurt the value of your star note any. It just doesn't make it more rare. We do keep all our star notes. We're around 10 tonight. I'll show them all off at the end of the stream. And they're worth, if they're in good shape, $2 to $3 on eBay right now. You gotta like that. At least via Android. Okay. Got it. Got it. If the star note is filled in, I have never found one filled in. I have found it. I have searched over $60,000. I've probably found 400 or 500 star notes. But if you find a filled in star note, they're going for over $100 on eBay. They're wildly collectible. Wildly collectible. Look at the other side of the star note. Yeah, I always glance at both sides when I'm searching them. This was almost a radar, 1973. So 73, 73. I guess it wasn't almost, but it's kind of close. For me, there is a limit to how many I can search in a night and still see straight. At around the 1,500 mark of searching dollar bills, I get a little punchy. And especially if I'm trying to stream at the same time, because there's a lot going on. So I try to limit these streams to 500. I'll occasionally do 1,000. But these streams will go an hour and a half to 2 hours this way. All right, let's find something else good. Good StarNote night. And I'm probably about due to miss a bookend note. Probably about due to miss a bookend note. You think? I think you put the serial number in wrong. On the last StarNote? Well, I'll go back and look. I could have. H00625. Oh, I did. It's not going to matter because it's going to be out of the same print run. But I put 35072. It is 25072. So we'll look at it again. But that's all going to be in the same print run most likely. Yeah, it's still a 3.2 million. But Eagle Eye, thank you for catching that. Thank you for catching that. I did put it in wrong. I did put it in incorrectly. Usually when I do that, it'll yell back at me and say number not found, but I guess I hit on another number. If you're here for the first time and you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It does help us out tremendously, and it does not cost you a thing. We've been hunting coins on YouTube for over 4 years, been looking at fancy serial numbers on dollar bills for the last 6 months. We've got over 1,700 videos posted on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Could be pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollar coins, dollar bills, $2 bills, box battles where me and my grandsons are competing against each other in boxes of nickels to see who can have the best finds. A lot of good stuff out there. We put out a daily short video featuring our best finds out of coin hunting for the entire week. I hunt several boxes of pennies and nickels at least every week. We usually stream every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, doing 5 to 10 boxes of half dollars. We are on a break from that right now because my grandsons are both playing Fall Little League and I'm helping coach. So we play or practice every Saturday, and I don't have any of that there spare time to be able to do it or access to them to help me. But we will start that back up in October and get it going. But we try to do this dollar bill format on this vertical live stream because I think it works perfect for this. You guys can see and hunt along with me. Get a chance to pick something up for free. Learn about the hobby. And sometimes see a really cool find. You just never know when the next one you roll over is going to be something you've never found before. It does happen. Well, thanks, Mojave Ranger. I appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes, the other night my grandson was here and he helped. Byerly, about the same amount of time, a little over 4 years. Now, when I was born, my great-grandfather gave me a piggy bank, and I happened to have one just like it because I bought one for each of my grandchildren. Well, my dad's best friend gave me the piggy bank. My grandfather gave me my first ever Morgan dollar, and it lived in a piggy bank like this. To this day, it still lives there. So I guess I started collecting 60 years ago, if I'm honest, since I turned 60 in November. But I broke my leg about 4 years ago, and we couldn't do our normal hobby things. And we found coin hunting on YouTube and saw that you still had a chance to go to the bank, get a box of nickels, and get 50 of these rolls in each box and have a chance to find a buffalo nickel. And buffalo nickel is one of my favorite coins. You go $25, you can go buy a box of pennies, and you get 50 rolls with 50 pennies each, and find a lot of wheat cents still. I found 47 wheat pennies in a box last week, And I showed the grandkids that, and they're like, we got to try that. So we started collecting a little over 4 years ago on the kitchen table, searching boxes of pennies, and it was never intended to turn into a YouTube deal. They wanted me to start videoing some of our hunts and posting them on YouTube, and I did. And then 4 years later, we've got about 13,000 subscribers, and it's almost a full-time job for this old retired guy. But both grandsons have amazing coin collections and bill collections now. And I figure if I can get an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old to spend 4 or 5 hours hunting coins with me and not being on the phone, the computer, or playing video games, that is a win. Almost a broken ladder it was. Not seen the letter M or N. Yeah, I just had an M not that long ago. You do see them. M's for sure. I assume N. I know they don't use the letter 0 because the 0 looks, or the O, letter O, because it looks too much like a 0. Future birth date note, April 8th or August 4th of the year 2706. Not one that I will keep. I won't be around then. The grandkids won't be around then. That's a long time from now. I don't know if any of us will be around then, the way the world's going, but who knows? Who knows? We're down to the last 10 to 15 of the hunt. Then we're going to have a giveaway. We get one more good find. Hey, a bookend. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. Yeah, 1909 SVDB in more than that, John. The 1909 SVDB, I think, is going over $1,000. I think you left a Z. Yeah, you did. Over $1,000. I've never found one. We have 2 pennies left to collect, and we've never found that one. I have found a 1909 SVDB. And it was worth about $100. You can find pennies. I mean, a wheat cent, and I know it's not a lot, but the copper value of a wheat cent is almost 3 cents. So you're going to find a copper, any penny that is 1981 and newer, or older, 81 and older, is made of copper. Half of 1982 is made of copper. Those are all worth 3 cents each. Wheat pennies are going for, gosh, depends how good a shape a wheat penny's in. But a basic wheat penny can be worth $1 if it's in good shape. And you can find a lot of pennies out there that go for 5, 10, 20, 50, more. You just got to look. They are out there. They are still findable. Like I said, I found 47 wheat cents in the last box of pennies. And the great thing about a box of pennies, if that was the only 47 coins I kept, I take another 47 cents back to the bank with what I searched and didn't keep, and I get another box to search. Bookend. What bookend did I miss? You could be first this time if I missed one. You could be first this time. Did I miss a book? Oh, no. I see David Dawson and was in first. What bookend did I miss, or is it the one I actually found? Could be the one I actually found. You can get penny books at Hobby Lobby. I'll tell you what, though. We started out with Whitman penny books, and you can go to coin shops, and they buy a lot of collections that have penny books or coin books, and they'll sell them really cheap for a used one. Absolutely. Your 1943s and your 1944s, if you find a copper 1943 or a steel 1944, you have a lot of money. I've got a magnet that sits here right beside me, so when I'm searching pennies, I always test them with the magnet. And they do exist. Jim Cantor was on here earlier. He found, I think he found a 1943 copper is what he found. All right, we're almost done. Upside down star note would be an awesome error if I could find one, even if it popped up upside down. Been surprising. Most of our bills have been facing the correct direction tonight. Very unusual. Looks like that's the last one. And unless I miss something, that is going to end our hunt, and we're going to do our giveaway. We're going to give away this silver certificate right there, 1957S, valued at about $5, highly collectible. I would ask that if you're not subscribed, you would subscribe, and you have to be 18 years of age or older, 13 years of age or older with parental permission to legally win it. But we're giving that one away, and what you have to do right now is type in exclamation GAW, exclamation GAW. You type that in, and the computer's going to pick a winner. Let's look at the star notes we found tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 star notes out of 5 straps. The cat in the back, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the PasSpareTime family. 5 of those star notes had a lower print run than 3.2 million. And to find 11 out of 5 straps, we usually average a little over 1 per strap. But to find 11 out of 500 is just awesome. We found several quad notes. We found several older notes, 1977, 1985 tonight. We found a few trinaries that I have kept. That one's a trinary. We found, what else? Oh, a couple birthday notes. Not great birthday notes tonight, but we did find a couple. February 22nd of 1931. I think that's one I found the other night. August 8th of 1932, or August 1st of 1932, or January 8th, and March 14th of 1908. I think a couple of those were maybe from the hunt the other night. Exclamation GAW to get in on the giveaway. Exclamation GAW, GAW. You have 1 minute and 7 seconds still to enter. I do want to take time and thank John Jacobs for being here. As a moderator. Elizabeth was in earlier, Elizabeth Flood. I saw Copper Al in here. I deemed him a moderator the other night. I do appreciate my moderators and your help. Very hard for me to do this without your help, nearly impossible. So thanks for being here. There are the blue ones in the chat. The green ones in the chat are members of our channel. You can become a member for as little as 99 cents a month. That gets you access to bid in any of our auctions and gets you free shipping in our auctions. We do auctions when we're streaming on Saturdays. We follow up our $50 hunt with an auction of usually around 20 lots. Could be some of the stuff we found, could be some stuff I bought that I thought was cool, could be something you've never seen before. And we try to offer you as good a value as we can. We do appreciate everyone for being here this evening. We have had 17,000 people watch our stream tonight. Thank you so much for that. Do enjoy this format because we can reach so many people. 1 second. All right. I'm going to resume entries for 10 seconds because I missed the end of it. You can still get in. There are only 29 people entered out of 170 people watching. 30 now. I'm going to count down from 10. Exclamation GAW gets you entered. 1098. Exclamation GAW. 765. 4, 3, 2, 1, exclamation GAW, last chance. Oh, 2 people got in just under the wire. 0. Closing entries, closing entries. All right. Now we're going to pick a winner. Good luck, everybody. The winner of this silver certificate is James Reese. James won for the first time a few nights ago. Congratulations, James. You have won again. The cool thing for me is I haven't shipped you the first one, I don't think. Although maybe I did. I don't know. If I didn't, I can put them together. If I did, I'll just ship you again. But congratulations, James. And James, you know what you got to do. You need to send me an email now and claim your prize. And you need to include your shipping address, even if you've sent it to me a million times before, because it makes it easier on me to be able to find your shipping address. Now I'm not watermarked. You can see Paul nice and big right in the middle. Congratulations, James. James, pop in. Did you see that, James? Did you see it, James? James, I'm looking for you. Where are you, James? You know, it's important that you send me an email and claim your prize, because if you don't, your prize ends up over there on the island of unclaimed prizes. Yes, I did. All right, there's James. And the island of unclaimed prizes is the saddest place in the entire coin room, and we don't want any sadness to be in here. So always make sure you shoot me an email and claim your prize. Hey, thanks to my moderators, thanks to my members, thanks to all the new subscribers tonight, thanks to the 17,000 plus people that watched. I appreciate you greatly. We'll do this a few times this next week. I can't tell you exactly when. Probably Wednesday night for sure, about 9:45 p.m. The rest will depend on the baseball schedule. So thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week of work. And take care. And I will see you again soon when Paul has more spare time. God bless and good night, everyone.